Continuing on with the last few themes of trying to get the 80-20 triathlon zones dialed in so I can get faster and you can all get faster with me because I'm sharing this with you, it's time to do the swim test. And I actually think tonight we'll be able to get footage of me swimming, so please do not make fun of me. I am terrible, but I will improve, I promise. So let's just get into what this test incorporates. So we're gonna do a 200 to 300 meter warm up, followed by a 400 meter time trial. Full out, fast as I can, record that time, do 2 minutes of rest. Then we're gonna do a 200 meter time trial, full out, as hard as I can, gas myself, and that's it, record that time. Then we're gonna come home and we're gonna put on our science glasses, put on our lab coats, get our calculators ready. Actually, we may not even use calculators, that's how intelligent we are up in here. But we're gonna plug those values into this formula right here. It's 200 divided by your 400 meter time, subtract your 200 meter time, gives you yard per minute, but we don't want to know yard per minute because I don't really care about that. I want to know my 100 meter or 100 yard pace. So in order to get that value from the critical velocity swim value, we'll get into all that stuff in a later video. Divide 100 by the critical velocity to give us how many minutes it's going to take us to do 100 yards. That's it. Easy, plain and simple, but enough procrastinating. It's already 8 o'clock and we got to get to the gym. All right, see you on the other side. The purest test of physical and mental endurance, the time trial. One man, one clock. Watch as he thrashes through the water like a wild animal looking for his next meal. Will he crash or will he beat Father Time? Find out next on the swimming time trial. I swam so hard, my swim cap fell off. But we got it done. 400 meter time trial, 7 minutes 20 seconds. Pretty major improvement from the last one. So I'm going to take a little bit of a rest and do the 200 meter time trial. All right, time for the second time trial. 200 meters, a little bit easier. Let's do it. It's done. Let's talk about these results. And we're back on dry land. That was a lot better than I expected. I didn't think I had that type of pace in me, honestly, but I'm not quite sure what my critical velocity is yet. I still have to crunch the numbers. But before that, after all good workouts, we can't forget the number one thing, a recovery shake. So how about you and I go make a little shake, we'll come back, we'll crunch the numbers, we'll have a great time. Come on along with me. There is nothing better than a good recovery shake after a tough workout. It's awesome. All right, enough of that. Let's get into the computer here and let's crunch the numbers, shall we? All right, so I'm using Garmin Connect to look at my intervals here. So I did my 400 yard time trial in 7 minutes and 20 seconds, 0.2. Then I did my 200 yard time trial in 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Not too shabby. So the way you calculate your critical velocity is you take those using the formula you see right here, you subtract them. So you do CVs equal to 200, and you see it on the screen there. I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not a professor. So once you have your times broken down into decimals, so in order to break it down into the decimal points, you divide this number here by 60. And then I'll break it down into this guy right here, just in case you don't know. So after you have that, you plug it into the formula here, and then you just follow these steps, and you'll come up with your critical velocity. So mine, after all that is said and done, my critical velocity is 1 minute and 56 seconds per 100 yards. So I don't know what that is per 100 meters. It's comparable, probably like 201 per 100 meters is my critical velocity. I need to read up a bit more about exactly what your critical velocity is meant to be. I'm not sure if it's like FTP where it's how fast you can sustain for an hour, because I don't think I can sustain 1 minute 56 per 100 yard for an hour, but maybe I'm just not giving myself enough credit. I don't know. So I have to read up about that, and I'll report back to you fine folks once I know some more. On this critical velocity, or CV, whatever it's called, I'm going to dial in my swimming zones, but I think it's going to be kind of hard to stay in zone 1 and zone 2 while swimming, because you're not really seeing your pace in real time unless you have those form goggles. They're pretty deep. They're pretty neat, but I don't have that type of money right now. You know, they're a little expensive. I just got the Magic 5s. I'm very happy with them. Reviews coming soon. As you saw in the footage there, I was using them. They're fantastic. No raccoon eyes really after it, like maybe just a little bit, but it disappeared very quickly. No fog, no water coming in. They were great, but I'll save that. I'll save the full review for later. So I think it's definitely worth for you to go out and do your own critical velocity test. I'm going to do a follow-up of like why this all matters and what exactly is 80-20 triathlon training and why you should go slower to get faster, all that good stuff. There's plenty of resources already out there, so I'm kind of just be repeating what they say and then also give my opinion on it. But I'm going to really stick to it this year. I tried it last year, didn't stick to it. So this is the year. We're going to stick to 80-20 training and see how it goes. So now that we have our bike zones dialed in, we have our swimming zones dialed in, now, all that's left to do is the run, because I based my run this week off of my cycling maximum heart rate, which isn't the correct thing to do. They are slightly different. It could be up to 10 beats in the difference, actually. It's quite insane. But I think what I'm going to do for the running is actually do it by pace. So I need to find well, right now, it's completely snow covered, so I don't have anywhere to go run. But once I do have a clear path to go out and find my critical lactate threshold pace, whatever they call it for running, because it's different for each one of these damn sports, I'll go out and do that, and then I'll get my running zones dialed in. But for the time being, I'm going to use my cycling maximum heart rate. So go out and do your swimming critical velocity test. All the information's right here. If you have any questions, please make sure to leave a comment down below. And if you want to follow along on this journey some more and learn more about triathlon, endurance sports, fitness stuff, just have a good old time. Become one of my friends. Hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Enjoy your recovery smoothies.